In this US30 video, I'm going to share my simple trading plan, including my full analysis, entries, profit targets, no matter if the market goes up or down. So make sure you stay until the end because this is incredible information and it'll definitely help you improve your trading. So my name is LaKiesha. Let's hop right into it. So as you can see with US30, there was a lot of crazy moves that happened this past week. We had a lot of news releases, a lot of data events, and unfortunately, the market sold off quite a bit. If you have long-term investments like I do, shown up here in some of these, it was not all that good. So anyway, let's go ahead and try to make sense of US30. Let's start by removing our drawings and then going up to the weekly time frame. And then let's just hit reset. Wow, we can see very clearly from this weekly time frame, there was a lot of sell-off in this particular market this week. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next week. And the fact that we closed bearish this week tells me that there's a higher probability for price to continue bearish. Now let's try to make sense of this right now. So the first thing I want to draw off is, actually I want to draw off this all-time high level. Not sure if it'll reach that this week, but there's a possibility. So let's go ahead and clone this. And another level I do want to mark off is right here at 40,000, roughly 670. Pretty much just taking the average of these two numbers. I don't know if you can see them off to the side, but if you can't, this is the average. And then let's go ahead and clone this again. So I am seeing a minor support right here, mainly because we have a bearish doji and a bullish candle together forms a support. So I want to mark that off, and then I want to mark off, this level. Let's see, that previous level was 39,000, roughly 30. And then this next level is 38,400 flat, roughly, mainly because we have these really strong rejections here. So the fact that we're on a weekly time frame tells us that the confirmation of these candle formations are very, very strong because it took a whole week for each candle to form. So the fact that we have 4 candles here essentially rejecting this level at 38,000, roughly 400, tells me that this is a level that I want to pay attention to. So let's go ahead and clone this again. And then another level that I'm seeing is off to the left, kind of same situation right here at 37,830 roughly. Actually, let me move this up just a little bit. And what are we at now? So 37,860. So once again, we have 4 candles that are rejecting this level. Yes, we have some wicks. Yes, we can possibly, actually, I'm going to do that right now. We could mark off this very bottom wick right here. This tells me that price came down at some point, said, nope, want to go up. And it chose this spot specifically, so it may have some significance. So now that we got our weekly all marked up, let's go ahead and go to the daily time frame. Let me scoot this in so we can all see what's happening. And yes, okay, so right here, all-time high, gonna keep that there. As far as the daily goes, I do see something that I do want to adjust, and it's mainly this level right here. I do want to push this up to around 40,898. Let's just say 40,900, mainly because we formed a nice resistance here, and then as you can see, day 1, day 2, price sold off. So I definitely want to keep that marked off. We're going to come back and make some more levels, but let's fix these. So one of the things that I'm seeing right here is the fact that I want to move this down just a little bit to 39,000, almost flat. It's 39,041. And it's mainly because we have all these rejections here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's definitely a lot of confirmation here on the daily time frame telling me that this is an area I should pay attention to. Same with here. This is actually looking good. I want to keep that. But we have all these rejections here. And then for this level right here at I actually want to move this down. So I want to move this down for the same reason as before. We have all these rejections, 4, 5 here, and then 6 right here at 37,000, roughly 690. And then we have this wick right here that we're just kind of monitoring. So that is looking great for right now. However, I do see another level that I do want to mark off. So let me get my tool. So I'm seeing this resistance level right here, and then I do see a support. Now it doesn't line up perfectly. So what I want to do is I actually want to move this down to right here to 39,000, roughly 800. Mainly because we have a nice support, price bounced up, and then it broke through this level, and now it's heading towards here. So right now this is looking good on the daily. Let's go down to the H4 and scoot in so that way we can see all of our levels. All right. Actually, let me make this a little bit bigger just because it is a little hard to see. Okay. All right, cool. So this is that all-time high in this particular market. Still want to keep that marked off. Now, this is looking a little crazy, especially because we do have some consolidation here. So I do see a support here, so that's awesome. But I probably want to move it up to about 41,000 flat. So let's go ahead and do that. Mainly because we do have a resistance here, we have a rejection here, and then price sold off tremendously. So we do, on this next level, we want to keep this right here at 39,800 roughly because we do have all these rejections. We have a break, and yeah, that is that. And then right here at 39,000, I actually want to move it down just a little bit. It's still going to be at around 39,000, but just to make my levels look a little bit cleaner because we do have all these rejections within here. So I just wanted to line up kind of perfectly there for me. And then we have this level right here. I want to move it down to 38,300 and let's just say 70, mainly because we have a ton of supports here. We have 1, 2, 3 supports here, and then we have some almost touches here. And then there's also this little level right here. So let me go ahead and just use a line to mark this off. And I want to mark this off at 38,000, almost flat, 38,055, mainly because we have a bunch of support and we also have a lot of rejections within here. The rest of this is still looking good. Cool. Let's go down to H2 and let's go ahead and zoom in quite a bit because it is quite hard to see. All right. So still looking good. This is looking even better now. This looks insanely clean right here. And then we also, if we scoot over to the left, this is looking really good. Awesome. And then let's keep scrolling. This looks perfect right here. And then there's the little level that we just drew. Looks great. All right, great. Okay, great, cool. Let's go down to H1. I have to make any adjustments on H2. Let's actually reset. Okay, cool. So this is H1. We got to scoot in quite a bit because now it's really hard to see. So this is fine right here. Right here, I essentially see a fake out. Price came up, it broke the level, came up to here, and then rejected and sold off. So I'm looking at these levels, and they actually look really good. So I don't think I want to change anything here, but what I will talk about is my game plan, mainly because there are some consolidation areas within here, and it could be a little bit challenging to mark this off. So this level right here is definitely a really strong level. I do want to see buys above this level right here. And then if we, actually let's move this. And then if we move, actually let me move this in just a little bit, just so we can see it. Okay, great. All right, so I want to see buys above 39,000, roughly 800. So what I'm seeing right here is a support level that has formed. Let me drag this over. A support that is formed at 39,444. So this right here is a support, and then price is kind of hovering in this zone. This to me at this point will be a no trade zone, mainly because there's not enough range. Or like, wait, actually, let me measure this. At this point, there's not enough range for me to really tell what is happening. Actually, this is a really large range. Let me see. I may want to reconsider that. Let's reconsider that. Okay, cool. So it's not necessarily a no trade range, but I definitely don't want to sell within this level, mainly because price came down here, formed a really nice support, and now it's looking like it's going up, but it could reject this level and come down. So What I would want to see here, like I said, I still want to see buys above this level at 39,800. However, I don't want to really sell until we go below 39,444. So this is a really strong range right here at 421 points. What else do I want to see? And then I also want to see continued buys, let's say above 40,324, 25 kind of zone. And you may be asking why. Because right here, and it may be a little bit challenging to trade this as well, because all this is kind of choppy. You see bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. And then right here, you just see a clean break, which is why I really like this level. It's a really strong level, I believe, for buys, for me in the way that I trade. However, the market can do whatever. So the plan here is to buy all the way up to here, and this is the level also because this is a high point that the market made at this time. It formed a resistance and then it sold off. And then I would even love much better than this zone right here, because we have all clean candles going to the side. And basically what I mean by that is we have all bearish candles right here. So anytime you see a lot of selling, at some point the market you will see, or in the market you will see all buying. And this is going to be a really cool area to trade. Hopefully resistance free, but we shall see. But anyway, I really like this level right here for buys. I'm actually going to put a little arrow right here. Definitely want to see buys above here for sure. Buys above here for sure. Right in here, it's a little mixed, but I bet if the real market was here and I was entering maybe on a lower time frame, then this could make sense. Right now, from an H1 standpoint, it just doesn't make sense to me to take trades from this level. So going a bit further, so I would definitely want to see continued sales down here, all the way down to 38,350. Nice level, 659 points, which is insane. And I don't think I have any other levels down there. And then on the upside, I'm not sure what the likelihood of that happening this week. Granted, all of the selling that we saw, based on all of the events like unemployment and so forth. So I definitely would want to see buys up to here. Not all the way up to here, but as a first stop would be right here. This is only 672 points, and let me tell you why. So right here, I would want to see buys up to here. Now, I wouldn't trade this personally, mainly because we have a wick up here, price came up, rejected, and went down. So that's not telling me that, or that's telling me that, you know, that's the point where price could go to and also reject again. But right here, this is looking a lot better at 41,206, mainly because we have a nice resistance here. Price came up to here, and then it sold off. So these are definitely target points for someone to trade based on your trading plan, but it's not one that really fits within mine. So I could definitely take buys above here, but I don't know if this is a trade that I would actually take. I would actually feel a lot more comfortable once price clears this level right here at 41,209, and then buy up to here. Let me see what that range is. I always like to make sure there's enough range for me to trade it. Okay, 165, that's actually really decent. And then who knows what can happen from there. So anyway, this is my analysis for this upcoming week. And if you haven't downloaded the 54 tips to eliminate fear and take profitable day trades, you are totally missing out. This is such a great guide. People have gotten so much information from it and have seen so much success just by using the tips inside of this guide for their everyday trading. So go ahead and check it out, and I'll see you next time.